Can you go from zero to Hyrox ready in just 8 weeks? Absolutely, if you follow the right plan. The ability of Hyrox to bridge the gap between running and functional fitness is the primary reason for its meteoric rise in popularity. It's not just a test of strength or endurance, it's a test of both of those things mixed. Sled pushes, sled pulls, burpee broad leaps, farmer's carries, sandbag lunges, wall balls, and other challenging exercises are included in the 8 1-kilometer runs that are divided by the challenging stations. If you attempt to wing it, the race will consume you. But if you have the appropriate strategy for the next 8 weeks, you will not only survive, but you will thrive. This roadmap was developed for novices who have recently signed up and are looking for a strategy that is both clear and actionable. Imagine that you have a coach standing by your side, providing you with a detailed plan of action for each week. At the end of the race, you will have the physical strength to pull the sled, the lungs to sustain the runs, and the mental fortitude to maintain your composure even as the agony begins to set in. The first 2 weeks, establishing your foundation, preparing your body for the volume and intensity that lies ahead, is the primary focus of the first 2 weeks of training. You will either exhaust yourself or get an injury if you miss this phase and attempt to train at full gas from the very beginning. Strength training 3 times each week. Pay attention to the foundational lifts: squats back or goblet, deadlifts, overhead presses, rows or pull-ups. Maintain 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions on a moderate weight. Building strength endurance is the goal, not improving 1 rep maximum repetitions. Strengthening your core and grip can be accomplished by performing accessory exercises such as planks, side planks, and farmer's carries. Running 2 or 3 times per week. 1 long run, 5 to 6 kilometers. Run slowly and steadily while strengthening your aerobic basis. 1 interval run consists of 6 to 8 sets of 200 meters of fast walking or jogging. 1 easy recovery run, which might be a light jog or even a quick stroll, is an optional activity. Training and practice. Sled pushes should be practiced with lighter loads, with the emphasis being placed on form, low stance, forceful drive through legs. To nail the technique, try using wall balls in conjunction with light medicine balls. A sample layout for the first week: strength training squats, push presses, and rows on Monday, interval running and core exercises on Tuesday, mobility and recovery on Wednesday, strength training deadlift, concentration, and sled work on Thursday, Friday. Long run 6 kilometers, Monday through Friday. Strength training lower weights, higher reps. Sunday, rest at the end of the 2 weeks. You will have a better sense of fitness, your lungs will be stronger, and your joints will be ready to handle more strenuous movements. Weeks 3 to 4. Increasing the exercise level. After you have established a foundation, it is time to take things to the next level. Your body will learn to withstand higher intensity over these weeks, and you will become accustomed to experiencing weariness similar to that of Hyrox. Strength 3 times each week. Incorporate heavier loads with fewer repetitions, 5 to 8. The addition of explosive workouts such as wall balls, box jumps, and kettlebell swings is recommended. For improved grip endurance, include farmer's carries with larger weights in your workout routine. Running 3 to 4 times each week, 400-meter repetitions, 6 to 8 sets, with 1 minute of rest between each set. 1 tempo run, 4 to 5 kilometers at a comfortably hard pace, in other words, just under race pace. The first long run is a steady 7 to 8 kilometer run. After your strength training session, you can choose to go for a 2 to 3 kilometer easy jog. As part of your Hyrox specific conditioning regimen, begin including circuits that are designed to simulate the flow of a race. Take, for instance, 1 kilometer of running yields 20 wall balls, while 1 kilometer of running yields 20 burpees. Repeat the process twice. The ability to run with weary legs and lungs is improved as a result of this. 5th and 6th weeks, transitions and simulations of races. It is the most important part of the program. After that, you begin practicing in the manner in which you would compete. Race simulation, to be performed once a week. The progression of the exercise consists of a 1 kilometer run, followed by a sled push, a sled pull, burpees, and wall balls. Maintain a race effort of 70 to 80%. Pacing and transitions are going to be learned as the purpose of this exercise. Strength training 2 times each week. Keep your strength abbreviated and focused. Lunges, kettlebell swings, power cleans, and sandbag carries are some examples of functional movements that should be your primary focus. For the purpose of increasing your endurance, you should perform supersets, such as squats immediately followed by wall balls and deadlifts followed by farmer's carry. 3 times per week when you run, 1 tempo run, 5 to 6 kilometers at a brisk pace. 1 interval run, 800-meter repeats, with 5 to 6 sets and 2 minutes of recovery in between each set. 1 brick run, immediately following sled or strength training, run for 2 to 3 kilometers. Despite the fact that these weeks are challenging, that is exactly the goal. You'll emerge from the experience with the assurance that you can manage the discomfort on race day. Weeks 7 and 8, sharpening and tapering. You've certainly put in a lot of effort. At this point, it is about honing your skills and coming in with a clean slate. The 7th week, perform 1 full race simulation at a 70% effort level, doing all 8 runs and all 8 stations. This happens to be a dress rehearsal. Strength should be kept light and quick. Use your own body weight to perform explosive exercises, such as burpees, kettlebell swings, and light wall balls. The shorter runs range from 3 to 5 kilometers at a leisurely pace. 2 to 3 days before the event, perform a shakeout workout consisting of a 2-kilometer run, 10 wall balls, and another 2-kilometer run. Get plenty of rest the day before the race. Strategies for the day of the race. Now comes the exciting part, which is really racing. To survive and thrive, here is how to do it. It is a pacing. Your first kilometer should not be a sprint. The majority of novices blow up too soon and have to crawl through the remaining wall balls. At a pace that feels almost too easy, you should run the first 2 kilometers of your race. Continuity should be your mission. Strategy for the station. Drive using your legs, not your arms, when pushing or pulling a sled. Longer pushes are not as effective as shorter, more intense bursts. When performing burpees, maintain a consistent beat. Try not to overextend yourself by running the first 10 meters. For the wall balls, you should break them up into sets, such as 10 at a time. After a brief rest, proceed once more. In terms of nutrition and hydration, consume a well-balanced meal. 2 to 3 hours before, have carbohydrates, oats, rice, and banana, lean protein, and a small amount of fat. In the hours leading up to the event, drink water. It is sufficient to take a few drinks throughout the race. Body of mind, always keep in mind that everyone is in pain. Maintaining composure in the midst of transitions is essential. Before attacking each station, you need to take a deep breath and reset your system. Take the race in manageable parts, 1 run at a time, and visit each station in turn. You are able to go from having no Hyrox to being ready in just 8 weeks. Once you have completed this 8-week strategy, you will be prepared to dominate Hyrox. Be sure to subscribe to receive additional Hyrox training plans, nutrition ideas, and insider insights. This is where your next PR begins.